Ahora sí. Now we can continue with our second segment. We had to secure the network during the process. One second. We'll pick up where we left off. So please open up your Baja apps. Open up your portable simulator. Open up your Learn Business Management. Go to Dominican newspapers. We're going to take the test backwards. Go to El Nacional, or you could just leave it on the prompt screen. Don't worry. Let's go Google News, and let's go Technology, and we'll do the first. We could try to do the top 7 modules. That will count as extra credit. So as you know, official test start time 2 minutes, 5 pages, 5 paragraphs each, 5 words per sentence, 5 computer spaces in between, 5 revisions. You can use your hyper scientific, you can use any technology, artificial intelligence, but you must show the work and share with the class. If you don't show the work, I'm going to assume all you did was use technology, and you will get 0 credit for it. What else?
I'm good. How about you?
That's pretty much going to be the format.
That's mine.
We'll check the markets and everything else.
You work tomorrow? Me too. I work 2 to 10 tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Stretch.
Matthew, where are you going with my food?
I'm going to eat it.
No.
If you go down 92, it's
And that's just one man.
Ridgewood is Route 1. That's the main one that goes north-south. Way. That's the main drag. Oh, on 90. Like that sounds like where that wall is kind of. Yeah, there's a lot of little things right there. What does it close? The way this stays open. Don't worry about that. And people here are asking. Oh, Herb. go to Ralph's Market and buy like 3 in the morning because they know that I'm waiting a long line, right?
Tour might have another thing.
Tennessee, North Carolina, Atlanta, it's in back here.
Let me get into this. I'm going to down to your video for lunch today. We get a double lunch. I can swing down and see where the truck is. Well, I'll do that. Probably 1 o'clock. I don't know how far it is. You giving it to me? That's today. Almost in the right direction. Right. We're leaving. Yeah, I think so. Right. Would it be a lot project to decide what's inside and all that stuff? What condition is it compared to the other stuff?
You need the gas out here? Yeah.
Have a theater thing. You've got infusion every other day. It's got infusion. Oh, that'd be great. No, that's when they had another check.
Order came last week before President Trump's back-to-back phone calls with Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi and China's Xi Jinping. Travel from China to Japan had already slowed as tensions simmer over Takaichi's comments about Taiwan. For more on the outlook for travel in Asia, let's bring in Laura Holsworth, Managing Director at Asia Pacific, Vice President at Booking.com. Laura, great to see you. So first off, let's talk about what you're seeing in terms of tourism from China into Japan or incoming tourism to Japan overall. Are you seeing any shifts there based on these geopolitical developments?
China may be blocking NVIDIA chips
I think that Japan remains a
ByteDance
deal for many reasons. I think it's interesting to see now.
Chinese regulators have prevented ByteDance from using NVIDIA chips in new data centers. The information reported Wednesday citing 2 ByteDance employees. ByteDance is the largest NVIDIA chip buyer in China this year. Now holds unusable stockpiles after the Cyberspace Administration of China expanded its enforcement against foreign hardware. As reported by the information, the ban is part of a broader policy push to reduce reliance on United States chips and prioritize domestic options from firms like Huawei and Cambricon Technologies. NVIDIA Corporation stands in the red 2.76% of 177.82.
That's very critical.
Uber WeRide debut robo-taxis in Abu Dhabi. Attention corporate. Uber Technologies Incorporated and WeRide Incorporated launched Level 4 driverless robo-taxi operations in Abu Dhabi on Wednesday, marking the first commercial rollout of fully autonomous rides on the Uber platform outside the United States. In a joint announcement, the companies confirmed that the service is backed by the world's first city-level permit for fully driverless robotaxis issued by a non-United States authority. Public operations began on Yas Island, with routes expanding under the supervision of Abu Dhabi's Integrated Transport Center. Earlier this year, Uber and WeRide also announced a robotaxi project in Dubai, which aims to transform 25% of all journeys in the city into autonomous trips across various transport modes by 2030. WeRide Incorporated American deposit stands in the red 4.12%, 7.92. Uber Technologies Incorporated even 0.00%, 83.6. Italy's watchdog to adopt interim steps in native market case. The Italian Competition Authority, AGCM, announced on Wednesday that it has started a procedure for the adoption of interim measures in the investigation into Meta Platforms Incorporated alleged abuse of its dominant position in the artificial intelligence AI chatbot services market. According to AGCM's official statement, the interim measures will likely be reflected in changes to the new WhatsApp Business Solution terms, introduced on October 15, 2025. Those modifications could limit production, market access, or technical development in the AI chatbot services market to the detriment of consumers, and may amount to a possible violation of Article 102 TFEU Treaty of or on the functioning of the European Union. Furthermore, the authority deems Meta's violation of competition rules capable of severely and irreparably undermining the contestability of the market due to consumers' limited propensity to change their habits, which hampers switching to competing services. The AGCM concluded. Meta Platform stands in the green with green ranges 3.75%, 636.22. OpenAI. OpenAI targets 220 million ChatGPT subscribers. OpenAI expects about 220 million weekly ChatGPT users will pay for subscriptions by 2030. The information reported, citing a person familiar with the matter. 5-year investment, 220 million. What percentage is that, and over what time frame next week? The company anticipates that 3.5% of an estimated 2.6 billion weekly users will choose a subscription, according to the report. The media outlet added that these metrics mean the paid base would need to expand several times over, as about 35 million people paid for the Chatbots Plus and or Pro plans as of July 2025. So 35 million out of 220, give me the averages, break everything down. Give me charts. I want to see how formatted for a proposal or business plan or a combination of both as a presentation. Amazon delivery drone incident sparks FAA probe. HP's Q4 revenue up 4.2% to 14.6 billion. HP Incorporated reported on Tuesday that its revenue in the fourth quarter of its fiscal 2025 stood at 14.6 billion, climbing by 4.2 compared to the same period a year earlier. GAAP net earnings landed at 800 million, plunging 12% year on year, and GAAP diluted net earnings per share (EPS) plummeted by 10% to stand at 0.84. For the full fiscal 2025, net revenue was 55.3 billion, up by 3.2% compared to 2024. Net earnings amounted to 2.5 billion in 2025, sinking 9% in comparison to the previous year, while diluted earnings per share declined by 6% to 2.65 in the 12-month period. The company said it plans to cut between 4,000 and 6,000 jobs worldwide. Can you imagine that? Losing 4 to 6,000 jobs, 4 to 6,000 families, 4 to 6,000 futures, employees, business partners. That's right. As we accelerate, and please write it down, as we accelerate innovation across AI-powered devices to drive productivity, security, and flexibility for our customers. Our focus for FY26 is on disciplined execution. President and CEO Enrique Lores commented. HP's shares dipped 6.25% in after-hours trading following the release of the report. HP Incorporated stands in the red 0.29% to 4.32. As of the 25th, Dell's Q3 revenue up 11% to 27 billion. Dell Technologies Incorporated revealed on Tuesday that its revenue for the third quarter of its fiscal 2026 reached 27 billion, jumping by 11% on an annual level. The figure came slightly below analyst forecasts. Diluted earnings per share jumped 39% to 2.28 as the company's net income in the reported quarter reached 1.5 billion, jumping by 32% from the same period in the previous year. Meanwhile, Dell's operating income advanced by 23% to stand at 2.1 billion. The tech firm lifted its revenue projections for the full fiscal 2026 to come in between 112.2 billion and 111.7 billion. For my students, tell me the difference and give me all the averages. Give me a 72-month business plan. How would you implement it in your business, your industry, your trade, your product, or service? For my English as a second language students, we're going to be taking the test backwards. So we'll do the Spanish test first. Everybody should have the link, but I'll double check. Okay, let's take it from the top. You ready? Because now we have full power. Excellent. That way we could charge up. Okay. Dell's Q3 revenue up 11% to 27 billion. Dell Technologies Incorporated revealed on Tuesday that its revenue for the third quarter of its fiscal 2026 reached 27 billion, jumping by 11% on an annual level. The figure came slightly below analysis forecast. Diluted earnings per share jumped 39% to 2.28 as the company's net income in the reported quarter reached 1.5 billion, jumping by 32% from the same period in the previous year. Meanwhile, Dell's operating income advanced by 23% to stand at 2.1 billion. The tech firm lifted its revenue projection for the full fiscal 2026 to come in between 112.2 billion and 111.7 billion. What's the difference? 500 million. It's a huge deficit. This is why I want you guys to write on. FY26 will be another record year, and we're raising our AI shipment guidance to roughly 25 billion, up over 150% year over year, and revenue guidance to 111.7 billion, up 17%. Chief Financial Officer David Kennedy said Dell shares fell by 1.10% during after-hours trading, following the report to 124.7352 apiece. Dell Technologies stands in the greens 5.69%, 133.09. The Green Ranger. Zoom jumps 11% following strong earnings. Shares of Zoom Video Communications Incorporated surged in early trading hours on Tuesday after the company's quarterly earnings release yesterday. Zoom's income was almost 200% higher than a year ago, with revenue at $1.2 billion. The tech firm stressed the role of artificial intelligence in its recent expansion, including the AI Companion 3.0 and its customer experience suite. Zoom also lifted its revenue guidance for the full year to between 4.852 billion and 4.857 billion. In addition, it authorized a 1 billion Class A stock buyback program. Zoom shares soared 11.06% at 10:31 a.m. Eastern Time and went for 87.35. Zoom Communications Incorporated stands in the green 0.49%, 86.76 even. PayPal, Perplexity introduced instant buy payment system. PayPal Holdings Incorporated and artificial intelligence startup Perplexity announced an instant buy feature on Tuesday that enables users in the United States to discover PayPal merchants directly in Perplexity's AI chat and complete purchases without leaving the platform. This integration uses PayPal's agentic commerce services, allowing Perplexity users real-time borrowing, browsing of merchant catalogs from Abercrombie and Fitch, Ashley Furniture, Fabletics, Adorama, and Newegg. Additionally, PayPal offers 50% back up to $50 to customers who make their first purchase using PayPal through Perplexity from November 20th through December 1st, celebrating the launch and the start of the holiday shopping season. Our collaboration with Perplexity is the opening act of PayPal's innovation in commerce for the agentic era. This is the continuation of our decades-long commitment to make AI-driven commerce seamless and interoperable across every platform. PayPal's General Manager, Small Business and Financial Services, Michelle Gill noted. Klarna launches its first stablecoin, Klarna USD. Klarna Group plc announced on Tuesday that it has introduced its first stablecoin, Klarna USD, on Tempo, a new standalone blockchain focused on payments developed by Stripe and Paradigm. Crypto is finally at a stage where it is fast, low-cost, secure, and built for scale. This is the beginning of Klarna in crypto, and I'm excited to work with Stripe and Tempo to continue to shape the future of payments. Klarna CEO Sebastian Semyakowski said. Klarna also stated that a stablecoin is built using open insurance by Bridge, Stripe's stablecoin infrastructure platform, and it is scheduled to go live on Tempo's mainnet in 2026. So they're planning this a year in advance. Do we have a potential business partnership? Absolutely so, because they're introducing a new system. We can be a part of that investment. So for my executive boards, let's put that in perspective and let's analyze that investment. For my students, you guys can write about it. You can use it for extra credit if you need extra credit. And as always, do your homework. If you don't do your homework, you're not going to get any homework points or homework credits. The company added that this move marks the beginning of Klarna publicly sharing crypto initiatives and that it will reveal its next partner in the coming weeks. So every company that we showcase, we're just looking for ways to do business with. And that's the mentality that I want you guys to have. Unknown stock unlisted, in the green 1.98%, 30.90, not bad. So you calculate it to a lot of smaller coins. It puts a lot into perspective. As of the 23rd, Verstappen triumphs at Las Vegas Grand Prix. Red Bull driver Max Verstappen won the Las Vegas Grand Prix, his sixth triumph of the season, coming ahead of McLaren's Lando Norris and Mercedes' George Russell. Norris started from the pole position but lost his lead to Verstappen at the first corner, ultimately falling behind his rival by 20 seconds. Russell came 23 seconds behind Verstappen, while Williams' ace Carlos Sainz ended only 7th after starting the race in Sin City as third. McLaren's Oscar Piastri was 4th, and Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli finished 5th. With this win, Verstappen retained hope of securing the Formula One title, although he remains third in the rankings with 368 points, behind Piastri with 378 and Norris with 408. Shout out to you, Norris. That's what's up. Shout out to Formula One, everybody that's a fan or is engineer, you know what I'm saying? Every company, God bless all of you.
This profit pitch came despite better than projected growth in its cloud business. That seems to
as of the 21st, I believe Eli Lilly becomes first pharma firm to hit 1 trillion market cap. So put that into perspective compared to Nvidia and Apple, right? What industries are these? Eli Lilly company became on Friday the first pharmaceutical company to reach a $1 trillion market capitalization. Recently, Eli Lilly reported a 54% annual rise in its third quarter revenue and significant growth in the sales of its drugs, Zepbound and Mounjaro. Additionally, the company announced multi-billion-dollar investments in plants in Texas and Puerto Rico. Shout out to Puerto Rico, shout out to Texas. 54% annual rise. That's how powerful this medicine was. This is a cure. Unbelievable. It also claimed that its obesity and type 2 diabetes medicine showed better results than Novo Nordisk's AS pill. Eli Lilly Incorporation, standing in green 0.02%, 1,110.19. As of the 21st, Dow jumped 600 points as United States stock rallied further. Major United States stock markets surged on Friday, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average climbing more than 600 points in midday trading. The rally was encouraged by growing expectations of interest rate cuts after dovish remarks from Federal Reserve Bank of New York President John Williams and steady economic indicators. At 11:57 a.m. Eastern Time, the Dow Jones increased by 1.32% or 601 basis points, while the Nasdaq 100 rose by 0.82%, and the S&P 500 jumped 1.12%. Euro versus the US dollar spot in the green 0.08%, 1.16. Baja US 500 in the green 0.38%, 6,789.39. Baja US 30 in the green 0.36%, 47,273.88. Great investment. Buy in my book. Baja US Tech 100, 0.46%, 25,126.14. So not a bad compromise if you want to diversify your portfolio. Again, this is not financial advice. Invest at your own risk and based on your own risk tolerance. This is for educational purposes only. As of the 21st, cryptos extend fall. Bitcoin plunges 5%. Bitcoin lost 5% on Friday amid a wider cryptocurrency drop, trading at lows unseen since April 11th. The sell-off follows a tech stock slump, with the Nasdaq 100 ending yesterday's trading session down over 2%. Bitcoin plummeted 5.22% at 5:01 a.m. Eastern Time, going for 82,036.474, 474 pennies. It is currently down 24.59% in the month. Ethereum plunged 5.43% at the same time and went for 2,675.3 minutes. Ethereum stands in the red 1.49%, 2,915.404. Bitcoin US dollar spot in the red 0.43%, 86,958 even. Let's go to markets real quick. Go to your commodities and let's calculate because we want to make sure we have accurate numbers. Gold stands in the green, 0.30%, 4,144.90. Silver stands in the green, 1.44%, 52.19. Excellent investment. We more than doubled on that. Platinum, 0.71% in the green, 1,572.98, 0.82 at time of recording. Palladium in the green, 0.99%, 1,396.43. Copper 3M in the red, in the green, 0.42%. The Green Ranger, 10,818 even. Now we can calculate. Let's go back to that. For my students, cryptos extend fall. Bitcoin plunges 5%. Bitcoin lost over 5% on Friday amidst the wider cryptocurrency drop, trading at lows unseen since April 11th. Check the markets April 11th. The sell-off follows a tech stock slump, with the Nasdaq 100 ending yesterday's trading session down over 2%. Bitcoin plummeted 5.22% at 5:01 a.m. Eastern Time, going for 82,036.474 pennies. It is currently down 24.59% in the month. Ethereum plunged 5.43% at the same time and went for 2,675.31. So 86,958. Use your hyper scientific. And let's do it together. All right. So 80, how much thousand? 86,958 equals 86,958 point. So go 86,958.998. Right? Now let's divide that by copper 3M so we know the real market price. Copper 3M is currently up 42% in the green, 10,818 even. So do the same way. 10,882 even. Let's double check. No, 818. We should calculate it. You know what? Calculate it for 882. So what's the difference in 18? 16, so 56, so same thing. So 10,882.9998, so 7.9, almost 8. 8,000% return right there. Let me tell you,
Take a look at how Asian
people with
markets are
credentials
trending
take it for granted. You know what I'm saying?
UK
All right.
and gaining ground as we continue to see weakness
Now
of the Japanese
let's
yen trading
compare
above the
to
46 level against the dollar. We have seen Prime Minister Q
the Baja 500, no, the Baja 30 and the Baja Tech 100. Okay, so you want to diversify your portfolio? Give me 12 real life or world examples.
Morgan Stanley strategists think that the yen will
Let's
appreciate
keep
nearly 10% against the greenback in the coming months because of
as
the
of the
difference in
20th,
this rate
no?
trajectory. In the meantime,
As of the 20th, yes. Nasdaq 100 slumps 2.38%. So we need to study the market, right? That's how we do it. Major Wall Street stock market indexes closed lower on Thursday after a volatile day of trading. The market turned to losses despite a strong start after two Federal Reserve members voiced their concerns about cutting interest rates. On the earnings front, Walmart's revenue rose by 5.8% in the third quarter of fiscal 2025 compared to the same period last year. Warner's music revenue reached on for an all-time high by surging 15% in the fourth quarter of 2025 compared to the corresponding quarter of 2024. So their research study is a little under a year and a half because if they're comparing the same quarters, that's basically what it comes down to. So give me the averages and break everything down from a budget standpoint. After the closing bell, the Nasdaq 100 dropped 2.38%, dragged by Micron Technology Incorporated at a 10.87% loss. The Dow Jones Industrial Average decreased by 0.84%, with Cisco Systems Incorporated down by 3.76%. The S&P 500 lost 1.56%, with Jacob Solutions Incorporated dropping by 10.95%. So give me each company and give me the percentages. So Micron at 10.87% loss. Dow Jones 0.84% loss. Cisco Systems down by 3.76%. That's probably going to be the most important. S&P 500 down 1.56%, and Jacob Solutions dropping by 10.95%. The euro traded flat against the dollar, going for 1.15263. So $1 and 15,263 of the penny. Amazing.
It's a bit of a mirror image of what we're thinking about in terms of US equity markets. We're thinking about rotation away from those powerful winners here today into some of those laggards. And that could be on a geographical basis.
Eli Lilly really surprised me.
So
I'm
in
very,
that sense, there's some
very amazed. You know what I mean?
such as Australian equities, they became relatively fully valued and we rotated into markets.
So let's keep going. As of the 20th, Nasdaq 100 slumps 2.38% at close. Major Wall Street stock market indexes closed lower on Thursday after a volatile day of trading. The market turned to losses despite a strong start after two Federal Reserve members voiced their concerns about cutting interest rates. On the earnings front, Walmart's revenue rose by 5.8% in the third quarter of fiscal 2025 compared to the same period last year. Warner Music's revenue reached an all-time high by surging 15% in the fourth quarter of 2025 compared to the corresponding quarter of 2024. Warner Brothers just made back 15% of what they lost by not doing business with us. But we thank you, Warner Brothers, for turning down the deal. And what's 15% of 5.5 billion? For my students, please do the math. 10% would be what? 5 billion? So 7.5 billion? It's not a bad figure. Let me see. 10% would be No, wait a minute. I'm making a mistake. 5.5 billion, 10% is 550 million. And we're talking 15%. So they just made back 750 million. But they're still down what? Let's go 5.5, 5 billion. So they're still down 4.75 billion. When they could have been up way more than that. But for my students, you guys break it down. That's what's up. So let's go right back to that. Warner Brothers music revenue reached an all-time high by surging 15%. Can you believe that? You know how many artists would take a deal like that for what you guys just made back? Please. Excellent. Very well invested. At the closing bell, the Nasdaq 100 dropped 2.38%, dragged by Micron Technology Incorporated at a 10.87% loss. The Dow Jones Industrial Average decreased by 0.84%, with Cisco Systems Incorporated down by 3.76%. The S&P 500 lost 1.56%, with Jacob Solutions Incorporated dropping by 10.95%. Now, we're going to send this to corporate just as an example, and we're going to send it to the executive board. Shout out to Mauricio Ruiz and shout out to Veed. I'm sending everything over right now. Give me one quick second. Global trade activity will benefit more domestically oriented economies. So if we go over a medium-term horizon, India still looks relatively fundamental.
With the chat, thank you. So you know a little bit about it.
Very good example. Let's continue.
President Trump says his envoy sees
Once again, as of the 20th.
next week in Moscow, the push for a Ukraine ceasefire agreement is bringing
Dow Jones opens 500 points higher after Labor Day. Major stock market indexes in the United States opened higher on Thursday after the country posted a much higher figure in new non-farm payrolls and a lower one in initial jobless claims. Previously, NVIDIA Corporation reported better than expected financial results in the third quarter of the year. The Dow Jones Industrial Average jumped by 1.09% or 502 points. The Nasdaq 100 soared by 1.83% or 451 points. NVIDIA was the best performer on those two indexes, surging by 4.53%. The S&P 500 increased by 1.50%, with Solstice Advanced Materials Incorporated skyrocketing by 6.62%. The euro stood flat against the dollar at 9:28 a.m. Eastern Time, selling for 1.15379. And again, we're just, seeing what the differences are. What are the changes in the investment? How is the investment moving? How is it growing, scaling, expanding?
That's pressures the international legitimacy, domestic legitimacy, all of that. It's like a vice squeezing in. So he has faced these for years, but the pressure is there and it just keeps mounting.
We're up to date with everything else. I know we did all of these modules. Salesforce. Okay. There we go. IBM and Cisco plan to build quantum computing network. International Business Machines Corporation, IBM, and Cisco Systems Incorporated announced on Thursday plans to collaborate on network distributed quantum computing, set to be realized by the early 2030s. According to IBM statements, the intention is to combine IBM's experience in building useful quantum computers with Cisco's quantum networking innovations in order to design a network of large-scale quantum-resistant quantum computers and address challenges related to a quantum computing internet. By working with Cisco to explore how to link multiple quantum computers like these together into a distributed network, we will pursue how to further scale quantum computational power. As we build the future of compute, our vision will push the frontiers of what quantum computers can do with a larger, high-performance computing architecture. Director of IBM Research and IBM Fellow Jay Gambetta commented, International Business Machine stands in the red 0.03%, 304.40. Cisco Systems Incorporated stands in the red 1.18%, 75.42.
Monthly CPI numbers. The consumer price index usually partial indicator published since 2022. The expectation right now is that the
Valo
CPI
Health
year-on-year
Partners with Merck in $3 billion deal. Biotechnology company Valo Health Incorporated and Merck KGaA announced on Thursday a collaboration on developing treatments for Parkinson's disease and related disorders. The deal includes upfront and potential milestone payments up and to Valo of up to $3 billion in total. So, how hard was it to approve the $1 trillion payout for Elon Musk? How hard was it to approve a $3 billion payout? It's both equally as challenging. Valo uses artificial intelligence, a database of over 17 million de-identified patient records and samples, and a closed-loop chemistry platform to identify disease patterns and therapy targets and rapidly develop and optimize small molecules for treatments. Valo's Health AI enabled platforms utilizing human data will help sharpen target selection and streamline drug recovery, enabling us to advance the most promising candidates faster. Merck Global Head of Neurology and Immunology Research Unit, Amy Powell said, Merck KGaA O.N stands in the green 0.09%, 115.50. SoftBank set to spend $3 billion on OpenAI data center plans. SoftBank plans to invest up to $3 billion to remodel an EV plant in Lordstown, Ohio, into a factory dedicated to manufacturing cooling and power systems to supply data center sites in Texas and multiple other announced locations for OpenAI. The information reported on Thursday, citing two people with knowledge of the plans. This investment supports Stargate's project, a $500 billion joint venture of OpenAI, Microsoft, and Oracle, aimed at building 10 gigawatts of AI supercomputing capacity to address hardware shortages amid rising AI demand. One of the persons stated that the Ohio plant will start producing data center equipment as early as the first quarter of 2026. SoftBank Group Corporation stands in the green. The Green Ranger 6.48%, 91.85. Google unveils Nano Banana Pro image editor. Google announced on Thursday that it is rolling out Nano Banana Pro, an image generation and editing tool built on the Gemini 3 Pro artificial intelligence model. According to the tech giant, Nano Banana Pro can connect to Google Search to generate infographics and diagrams as well as images and combine up to 14 images. So for my video game design students, my digital engineers, and my graphic designers, we have to create each frame, and every frame is 14 like megapixels. Think about it like that, format it like that, and write about it. Let's explore different ideas together. Google added that the Pro has improved editing capabilities compared to Nano Banana and can render correct and legible text inside images in multiple languages. So a lot of the video game, I wanted it to be like a comic book strip. So in those pixels, we can add the comic book text to the actual graphics. After rendering the graphics, we can render both images together and put them together, so that they kind of reflect over each other. Okay. Nano Banana Pro. Oh no, wait a minute. Okay. Let's take that back from the top. Yeah, because if not, you guys are going to get confused. So for design students, you understand where I'm saying or where I'm going with this. We're going to build different multiple facets and then program each one separately. Google unveils Nano Banana Pro image editor. Google announced on Thursday that it is rolling out Nano Banana Pro and image generation and editing tool built on the Gemini 3 Pro artificial intelligence model. So it's prompt based, right? It's voice inactivated prompt based. According to the tech giant, Nano Banana Pro can connect to Google Search to generate infographics and diagrams as well as images and combine up to 14 images. Google added that the Pro has improved editing capabilities compared to Nano Banana and can render correct and legible text inside images in multiple languages. So on top of that, not only can we put text-based graphics, right, but we can put them in every single language that it's available. And I want to say it's at least 7 languages. Nano Banana Pro will be available globally for free in the Gemini app with limited quotas, after which users will revert to the original Nano Banana, while Google AI Plus, Pro, and Ultra subscribers receive higher quotas. Nano Banana Pro is also available globally for Notebook LM and in the United States for Google AI Pro and Ultra subscribers. Alphabet C stands in the red 1.17%, 319.85. Alphabet A stands in the red 1.21%. Give me a paper, show me the differences in the averages, and 319.51 under 319.85. Amazon to build $3 billion AI data center in Mississippi. Amazon intends to invest at least $3 billion in a new data center campus for cloud computing and artificial intelligence in Warren County, Mississippi. Governor Tate Reeves announced on Thursday. The project is anticipated to create at least 200 direct jobs in addition to over 300 additional full-time positions in the region and secure thousands of jobs in construction and the supply chain. As part of a larger initiative to invest at least $10 billion and create 1,000 direct jobs to establish data center campuses in Madison County. We're investing in the people and communities that make Mississippi strong, from training more than 6,500 Mississippians through our workforce development program to our new Warren County Community Fund, which will address community needs like STEM education. Amazon Chief Global Affairs and Legal Officer David Zapolsky noted, Amazon.com Incorporated stands in the red 0.15%, 229.32. First of all, shout out to Mississippi. Shout out to these companies, these investors, these visionaries, and 6,500 jobs in that market is a big thumbs up. So salute to all of you. We just read about a company that laid off about 6,000 people. So it's very refreshing to know that in Mississippi now there's 6,500 new jobs. So God bless them and their families, and I know they're going to do excellent. I'm so happy and I'm so proud of them. As of the 20th, Delta, Uber launched drop-off service at LaGuardia Airport. Delta Airlines and Uber Technologies announced on Thursday that they are expanding their partnership struck in April to include a drop-off service pilot program at New York's LaGuardia Airport. Delta customers will be able to opt for the service by selecting Express Drop-Off, checked in to be taken to the airport express drop-off area at the airport, where they will be greeted with curbside hospitality, wayfinding support, and a direct path to security, and for a limited time giveaways. This pilot is a great example of how we're using partnerships to solve real customers' pain points and elevate their experience. Delta Managing Director of Loyalty Partnerships, Joshua Keller, stated, "Yo, the lounge in Los Angeles, amazing. Dallas, amazing. Of course, Las Vegas, and of course here in Florida, thumbs up. You know, I just flew in a few hours ago, so very appreciative, very grateful. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you very much. On behalf of myself and my family, and all my loved ones, my colleagues, business partners, my peers. Uber Technologies stands in the red 0.95%, a 4.49. Delta Airlines Incorporated stands in the green 2.15%, 63.49. Google United Kingdom set to offer buyouts for voluntary leave. Alphabet Incorporated, Google, has offered its employees in the United Kingdom a financial incentive if they agree to leave the company voluntarily, Business Insider reported on Thursday, citing two people familiar with the matter and the spokesperson. The sources did not explain which branch of the business or how many people received this offer, only that the sum would depend on how long the employee has been with the company. Meanwhile, the spokesperson confirmed the existence of such a proposal, which they refer to as a voluntary exit program. We are committed to investments in the United Kingdom and continue to hire for critical roles and important projects aligned with our company priorities to ensure we can deliver on the opportunity that AI offers the United Kingdom economy, the spokesperson said.
Take a look at some tourism.
Samsung names new co-CEO. Samsung Electronics announced that Roh Tae-moon has been named as the head of device experience DX. That's a cool job, man. Shout out to them. Division and the co-chief executive officer, CEO. So device experience, yo, you know I would be amazing in that position. In addition, the company CEO, Jun Young-hyun, will take over as president, chief technology officer of DX division, and head of Samsung Research, and Hong Koon Park will become the head of Samsung Advanced Institute of Technology, SAIT. Samsung Electronics .25 GBRS NVPF stands in the green 3.49%, 1,126 even. Foxconn unveils deals with NVIDIA, OpenAI, and Alphabet. Hung High Precision Industry Corporation Limited, also known as Foxconn Technology Group, announced on Friday that it reached several new artificial intelligence partnerships with companies such as NVIDIA Corporation, OpenAI Incorporated, and Alphabet Incorporated. Our competitive strength is vertical integration. Our technological depth and manufacturing heritage enables deep collaborations with world-class technology leaders. Partners who rely on us because they know that Foxconn can turn ideas into reality, quickly, reliably, and at scale. Foxconn's chairman and president, Young Liu, said, "It positions us well as we push into frontier technologies, paved open by AI and quantum," he added. The Taiwanese tech company said it will invest 1.4 billion in a new supercomputing facility, which will be powered by 10,000 NVIDIA Blackwell Ultra GPUs running on the next generation NVIDIA GB300 and VL72 AI platform in the first half of 2026. NVIDIA Corporation stands in the green, 1.01%, 179.62 on high precision in 3.26. And we can close out now. Bitcoin drops to 83,500 as Fed rate cuts hopes fade. Major cryptocurrencies extend their losses on Friday, with Bitcoin declining by more than 3% to its lowest level since April, after the release of the latest job data in the United States showed an increase in non-farm employment in the country, causing investors to lose hope about the Federal Reserve cutting its interest rate at the next meeting in December. Bitcoin dropped 3.44% at 3:53 a.m. Eastern Time, going for 83,557 and 932 of a penny, while Ethereum dipped by 3.33% to 2,737 and 21 hundredths of a penny at the same time. Not bad. So we got through it, right? We got through it. Everybody take a little break. Take a little stretch. Oh, baby steps are good. Oh, man. Every day we make it better, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And eventually, our efforts pile up and boom, we reach uber success. So everybody stretch.
14 years, shall we say, you often see these cyclical flare-ups where something is basic, some sort of slight is taken up, and then that's used more as an excuse to ratchet tensions up.
You know I'm gonna like this one, right?
You can only look at
so please log on to TheVerge.com for more information. Thank you to all of our business partners at TheVerge.com for sponsoring today's masterclass.
And it was completely, unscientific. It wasn't backed up by any actual
Cash App, $ Venom 1 right? Buy us a cup of coffee. We'll give this a second to load because this is a partnership that brings in Bose to add that technology to a portable, rechargeable digital platform so that the sound quality is premium. That's amazing. And of course, I love technology. And of course, we're gonna.
And it's a very convenient time right now, growth, right? I mean, the Chinese economy
we're gonna send this to corporate because
even the
we want to make
Japanese are not very happy with the cost of living.
that all of our executive board members have everything in one reliable place. So once again, shout out to UV.
That's going to make it difficult now, I think.
Oh, reading
de-escalate diplomacy.
Now let's pause this real quick and let's reach out to corporate, and this way we can start good. Top of the morning, Mr. V, Wakanda forever. Reporting live. We can have our meeting in the next 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna continue my workout, get back to my office. Once I get back to the office, we can rapid fire. A lot of things have been happening in the market with entertainment technology. You're not gonna believe what Mauricio sent me, and like the Discord we've been having, the back and forth. Like, you know, I was upset for a little bit, but I prayed. After an hour, I got over it. Right? He was upset for a little bit, but I've been hammering on my side of the negotiations. He's been hammering too. So we'll have the meeting and we'll talk about that. And just like Bob the Builder, can we build it? Yes, we can. Can we make it better? Yes, we can. So all we want to do is earn the opportunity to earn your business. So that's all we want to do. So let's do that and let's close these deals. I got to sell 24 exotics today. It is 10:37 East Coast time. So I want to have all the cashier's checks from the banks deposited before let's do before 2 o'clock, so I could go on lunch in that time. And let me know what your logistics is if you have a secure network, and then we'll talk. And if you want me to call you on the helicopter, on the private jet, just tell me in advance so I could start link and direct link right up to you. All right, peace out.
The moment now where there are strongly worded complaints and letters being sent to the UN and diplomatic meetings and that kind of thing
And
cancelled.
we have a bid on the 2018 Lamborghini Aventador S,
Basically, both sides kind of
5,967 miles,
exist on the surface.
400,000 my price, overseas. Let's do 927. 927,000 Bitcoin. You can either send it through Monex or you can send it directly to the corporate account. But I need a cashier's check within the next 20 minutes so I can walk over to the bank. And let's continue with this article. So that's one more. Shout out to V. Thank you for that sale, V. We needed that international car so that it can go. So we can put a wrap on it, but the car is blue. If you want it on a purple shade, that's going to have to be custom airbrushing or custom wrap. So tell the customer that I'll deliver it in that color, and then if he wants to have it modified, let them do it. I don't want to take responsibility for a car going overseas, and it wasn't my company that put the wrap on the car. So tell them I can deliver it as is.
Is there an added layer of risk though? Because Washington, of course,
so as you know, this article is brought to us by Mr. Dominic Preston.
Well.
Let's give
What's the
you your
significance
shout
of
out.
President Trump calling Takaichi as well this week?
It was certainly an interesting.
So shout out to Mr. Dominic Preston. November 26, 2025, 4:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Yo, you delivered this article before 5 in the morning. Shout out to you, man. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I didn't even know I had this article in here till right now.
President Trump and Prime Minister Takaichi.
In the image, it says Poco is at pains to admit that this denim blue version of the F8 Ultra includes no actual denim fabric. That's tight. Yo, even the color matches the car. That's it. Mr. Dominic Preston is a news editor with over a decade's experience in journalism. He previously worked at Android Police and Tech Advisor. Xiaomi spin-off brand Poco. Oh, shout out to Xiaomi. Shout out to our business partners in Xiaomi. That's what's up because I've been pushing hard for their campaign. All right, Xiaomi spin-off brand Poco has partnered with Bose to help its new F8 phones stand out in an increasingly crowded market. So shout out to the FA3 booth. Of course, they wanted to use the same or similar marketing campaign to get free promotion from Ferrari. Shout out to Team Ferrari. Um, Both the FA Pro and FA Ultra feature stereo speakers designed to collaboratively designed collaboratively with the studio and the audio company. And the Ultra goes one step further by including a subwoofer too. Both new FA phones feature the same dual stereo speakers tuned by Bose, although you'll have to buy the Ultra if you want the benefits of the subwoofer as well. So the subwoofer is only on the Ultra, but let's do a comparison to the Ultra versus the Samsung S26. I think it's the S26 Ultra, which Poco says delivers deeper, more impactful bass. Additionally, there are two sound profiles tuned by Bose engineers, a dynamic mode that delivers extra bass, and a balance option that emphasizes vocals and a more even sound stage. By combining Bose's expertise in acoustic engineering with Poco's innovation in design and technology, shout out to my tech company, that's what we do. Poco F8 series achieves a level of clarity and depth that redefines what's possible in mobile sound. Nick Smith, president. Give me one quick second. Here we go. I apologize for that. Of course, they're going to put a commercial. YouTube, you know this is a masterclass. It's in the description, it's in the title. I don't know why you guys keep interrupting my students. Please do not interrupt my students. You guys don't care about your education, that's on you. Come on. There we go. Sorry about that. I apologize. Okay.
Good morning, coming down to the open greater markets and greater China.
See where we are.
Things really get better from here. Aspen equity market stocks are rising for a third day.
Okay. By combining Bose's expertise in acoustic engineering with Poco's innovation in design and technology. Big man, sir, I have the design. Come check it out. I just put in the order. I saved it. So, little bit of time. I just want to let you have a look. It's torch red, carbon fiber on the intakes. I put the carbon fiber wing. I put the racing stripes with the blue accent. Let me just show you. Yellow brake calipers, bronze wheels. So a foldable hardtop. The interior is blue. It's Santorini blue. It locked me out for a few weeks. I couldn't order it. You see how it bounces off the stripes? And then I did the bronze wheels with the yellow brake calipers, so it could just look more European. Still red, you know. Gotta put the torch red in there. But I give you my word. We signed that deal. I'm gonna deliver this to you. Let me show you the money shot. That way you can see how the interior pops out. When you put the top down, even in the nighttime, you're gonna see it. That's what I want to deliver. If God gives me the blessing, I'm gonna deliver that right here in this parking lot and say, yo, I'll bring some of my old ones so we can test drive them. But I signed this deal. We'll get you this from 0 miles. I got you.
All right.
I think. So you got to give it a cool nickname. You know, every car that has a story, the value always increases. You know what I mean? I think. So for the marketing campaign, that's the image that I'm going to use for the entire day. So if I have a client that wants to order that car, they can order the same spec. But the original one is yours. All right, 001, we'll have your name on it. I got you. All right, then. You know dreams come true, man. Yeah, we built the car earlier in the earlier module. So let us continue. Both new F8 phones feature the same dual stereo speakers tuned by Bose, though you'll have to buy the Ultra if you want the benefits of the subwoofer as well, which Poco says delivers deeper, more impactful bass. Additionally, there are two sound profiles tuned by Bose engineers, a dynamic mode that delivers extra bass, and a balance option that emphasizes vocals and a more even soundstage. By combining Bose's expertise in acoustic engineering with Poco's innovation in design and technology, Poco F8 series achieves a level of clarity and depth that redefines what's possible in mobile sound. Nick Smith, president of audio technology and chief strategy officer at Bose. The Poco F8 Pro comes in a few colors, none of them denim. They have the silver, military black, of course, and then you have like an aqua, kind of like a tea teal kind of greenish, but a little blue. It's very nice. If you don't like the denim, I like this one. Would be my second choice. The two phones are otherwise fairly typical, affordable flagships. The F8 Ultra has a more powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset with a large 6.9-inch OLED display, triple 50 megapixel rear camera, triple 50 megapixel, and wireless charging. The F8 Pro uses last year's Snapdragon 8 Elite, a smaller 6.59-inch screen, and downgrades to each of the three rear lenses. Both have IP68 ratings, though, plus batteries bigger than 6,000 mAh, which should deliver decent longevity. The F8 Pro starts from $579, while the Ultra is available from $729 through a $50 early bird discount that is available at launch. The two phones were announced alongside a pair of sub $400 tablets. You know what? You could get almost all the components if you get all the military ones for the price of like a luxury Apple product, and you will only get, let's say, an iPhone, whatever it is. Here you get the tablet, you get the phone, and you get everything else that comes with it for like the same price. This is a much better deal because think about it. I have to carry my entire office with me at all times. Imagine me being able to connect all these new devices and they all work perfect because they're all brand new. That's crazy. And again, for the price, if the Pro is 579, the Ultra is 729. So you figure 800-900 bucks. Then the tablet is below $400. There's two different models. You could pick one. You're still at 1,200. You buy the military iPhone, you're paying 3,500 or better, maybe 4,000 depending on the model. And of course, I own a technology company, so I can't buy the civilian version. It's no good. Doesn't work for me. So everything has to be the military edition. That's still a very good deal, especially, I'm a small business owner, family owned and operated. Like we're a regular family, we're regular people. Like we're gonna cook tonight, like everybody else, just regular people stuff, nothing out of this world. Um, the Pad X1 and the Pad M1, both of which lean on high resolution displays, so for graphics, going to be excellent for my students, and Dolby Atmos speakers to serve as a good value entertainment options. For my students overseas, I'm building the entire university class based on this equipment. Instead of just donating $2,000 or $3,000 per student, I could just buy the equipment, and at the end of the semesters or at the end of the season, once they graduate, then they get to keep the equipment. That's not bad. And that was the whole article, so I appreciate it. It was very refreshing, brief, straight to the point. Now, shout out to Engadget, and thank you as well for sponsoring today's masterclass. Please log on to engadget.com for more information. Oh, Ming Lo. This is my wife right here. Shout out to my wife. On TV early. You know, overseas is a huge hour difference. And my wife is from Colombia. Can you believe that? She's from Colombia, but she's Asian. You know what I mean? She speaks Spanish. Okay. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 is a cut-down version of Qualcomm's flagship Elite chip. Have a beautiful day, Mama. See you next time. Yo la bendiga. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 is a cut-down version of Qualcomm's flagship Elite chipset. The system on chip features a custom-built Orion CPU with a top clock speed of 3.8 GHz. This article is brought to you by Mr. Lawrence Bond, contributing reporter. Lawrence is a contributing reporter at Engadget, specializing in our AI overlords, musical doodads, and of course, guarding variety gaming and tech. To that end, Lawrence once lost badly in multiplayer Mario to Nintendo's own Shigeru Miyamoto, who laughed gleefully as he threw him down the pit. Lawrence has been in the technology space for over a decade, with work featured in publications like LifeWire, Rolling Stone, Huffington Post, and too many blogs to count. Shout out to you, Mr. Lawrence Bond, and thank you for writing today's article for us. Wednesday, November 26, 2025 at 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Shout out to you, man. You know I was checking the markets like not even an hour before, right? Qualcomm just revealed the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, the appropriately named second member of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 line. This follows the Gen 5 Elite, which was first revealed back in September. The standard Gen 5 is still a powerful mobile system on a chip with a top clock speed of 3.8 GHz. That's slightly lower than the Elite's top speed of 4.6 GHz, but still nothing to sneeze at. It includes a custom-built Orion CPU and boasts speed-enhancing features like matrix acceleration. The company says the platform offers a 36% performance improvement when compared to Snapdragon 7, along with a 76% increase in web browsing responsiveness. So the example that we did earlier was a company starting their first second quarter at a 76% deficit. This is a 76% improvement based on the hardware, Snapdragon 7. So for my video game designers, for my digital engineers, my graphic designers, what happens if we can improve every pixel by 36%? Can you guys give me a breakdown? Let's talk about it. What can we learn, right? How can we apply that? What would make it better? What would be the better end user experience for whoever plays our video games? We already know that we want it to be like a comic book format. So in each one of those pixels, we can actually program the text in different languages. So how can we implement all those three concepts? Write about it and we'll give you extra credit. The system on chip also features the Qualcomm Adreno GPU. Just like the Elite, which unlocks higher clock speeds and boosts gaming and graphics performance by 11%. So they can do 11% improvement based on a 36% improvement in hardware. So what's the ratio? What's the correlation between both figures? Give me the percentage. Give me the percentiles, break it down, proposal, business plan, everything, how it needs to be formatted. As if it was a digital business dream board. Think about it like that. So augmented reality, augmented education reality, new technologies that we develop, radar plex systems inside. This is a chip intended for modern smartphones. So it also has been designed for AI. It boasts the company's proprietary sensing hub technology that combines microphone and sensor inputs to detect a user's intent to speak. It's capable of on-device AI processing due to the Qualcomm Hexagon NPU. The company says this will enable agentic AI assistants to deliver context-aware interactions and personalized suggestions. That's corporate speak for it does stuff and says stuff. Qualcomm says these chips will begin showing up in mobile devices in the coming weeks. So this chip is just getting into the assembly line as we speak. The company named OnePlus as a partner, and that organization did just announce a brand new smartphone that was suspiciously devoid of any real specs. Okay, so what is it? Marketing, manufacturing, distribution, publicity? For my students, let's break that down. Let's give you guys one more. Please log on to kotaku.com, KOTAKU.com for more information, and thank you for sponsoring today's masterclass. See if we have any bids on any of the cars. See what else we have in the inventory. That way I can multitask and see how far we can go for today. So we're halfway done. That's 12 cars sold. We have another 12. I have a bundle pack. One is like 3 cars. The other one is like 2 cars, and then another 3 cars. So I have like another 7 or 8 pending. So that means we have to sell 4 more cars before 2 o'clock. So let's see. Let's put Ileana back on the chopping block. 2022 Lamborghini Countach, 207 miles. 3 million my price. Let's do 7 million overseas. Beautiful blue interior, blue and black exterior. Decently optioned, not too many things. Gold embroidery, 800 horsepower supercapacitor, 1 of 112. We'll put a 12-minute counter, so 13 minutes, 11:11, that car will come off the block. So let's run that through the auction today. And we have our reserve price, so that'll be a 12, no, let's go 13-minute auction. Please go to Whatnot and place your bids. We only accept Bitcoin. Hit me up on the net, 504-202-5915, cyrexplex@gmail.com. So that's one. I need 3 more. I need 3 more. I got a purple Revuelto. V, you got first dibs on this car. So you looked out for me in the sale earlier, so I'll look out for you on this one. This is purple body kit, carbon fiber wing, polished wheels, 3-piece. Purple with the purple wings in the front, snorkel. Snorkel, let me double check. I think it is carbon fiber. It is aftermarket. It's not a factory piece, but it still looks nice. And it's tastefully done. This one, I have 2 more after this. So purple is in. I'll try to see if I can sell 2 more purple cars for today. These are the purple hearts right here. So hopefully the next few cars go together. Either to the same collector, same dealer number, it doesn't matter. But they do have to go together. All right, so let's do, I got a blue one, 2, orange one is not for sale. That one take off the block. Let's do a yellow one. I got a 2024, 948 miles, 700,000 my price. We could do 2.2 million overseas. Bitcoin, hit me up on the neck. Factory chrome with the divisions. Top of the line, carbon fiber package. No carbon fiber paddle shifters, but I will put that in for you. If you put a bid on this, I can put you in this car less than 8,000 a month. Overseas, obviously, it's going to be like 12,000, but definitely worth the investment. And we have 11 more minutes. That was 2 minutes right there. So give me 2 more cars and we'll be done. We'll close the dealership for the day. And again, you guys can bid on it. Bid, let me know if you find any buyers on that side of the world. Hopefully you can sell these last 2, or you could pick something else from the inventory. I still have the low mileage Countach, but I need 2 million for that. And there's potentially a yellow one. I need to holler at Doug to see if they're going to put it on cards and bids or not. So, need something more. I got two more and that's it. 2017 Lamborghini Aventador SV Roadster. No, not the Roadster. I apologize. I thought that was the wrong car. I got a green hardtop. And we parked them next to each other, so if it's a Spider, then it's not for sale as well. Now this is the problem and where this thing glitches right here. Okay, so let's do. Okay, we do have other roasters. Can I put up another roaster? I got a 17 with less miles and is actually a lower price. So let's go with this. 2017 Lamborghini Aventador SV Roadster. 3,416 miles, 648 my price. 648 we go 7. So I make like 62,000 on this car plus, let me see, fees and everything, about 800,000. Overseas, let's do 1.4 million on this car. I got a good deal on it, so I'm gonna bless somebody with it. You could probably make 100,000 on this, but I need give me 1.6 million and you can have that car. And 8,000 a month. If you take a short term, I could probably do it for 7,400 a month. So not too bad. And if you want something less than that, then I could put you at less than 2,000 a month. If you bust your chops, you know what I'm saying, make a few thousand a week, you can have this car and still save 5,000-6,000 a month. And again, you don't need to, but if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. All right. So let's close this down. Theory we're going to do for chapters, let's go chapters 8 and 9. Go to your marketplace and type in Brian Tracy. It should be on your queue. Everybody should have the link. Open up the 21 Success Secrets and we'll pick a pretty cool one. Let's do Success Secret number 2. Develop a clear sense of direction. A person with a clear purpose will make progress on even the roughest road. A person with no purpose will make no progress on even the smoothest road. Thomas Carlyle. Take your dreams out of the air and crystallize them into clear, specific, written goals. Perhaps the greatest discovery in human history is that you become what you think about most of the time. The two factors that, more than anything else, determine what happens to you in life are what you think about and how you think about it most of the time. Successful people think about their goals most of the time. As a result, they are continually moving toward their goals, and their goals are continually moving towards them. Whatever most of the time grows and increases in your life. If you are thinking about and visualizing the goals, you tend to accomplish far, far more than the average person. who is usually thinking and talking about his or her worries and problems most of the time. Here is a simple 7-step formula for setting and achieving goals that you can use to become a deca trillionaire. First, decide exactly what you want in each area of your life, especially in your financial life. Most people never do this. Second, write down your goals clearly and specifically. Something amazing happens between your head and your hand when you put your goals in writing. Third, set a deadline for each goal. Set sub-deadlines if a goal is big enough. Give yourself a target to aim at. Fourth, make a list of everything you can think of that you will have to do to achieve each goal. As you think of new ideas, add them to your list until it is complete. Fifth, organize your list into a plan of action. Determine what you are going to do first and what you will do later. Decide what is more important and what is less important. 6. Take action on your plan immediately. It is amazing how many splendid goals and plans are never realized because of procrastination and delay. 7. And perhaps most important, do something every day that moves you at least one step closer to your most important goal. This commitment to daily action will make you a big success in anything you decide to accomplish. Here is an exercise for you. Take a sheet of paper and write the word goals at the top of the page with today's date. Then make a list of 10 goals that you would like to achieve over the next 12 months. Write your goals in the present tense as though a year has passed and you have already achieved them. Begin each goal with the word I to make it personal to you. By making out a list of 10 goals for yourself for the next year, you will move yourself into an exclusive group consisting of only 3% of adults in our society. The sad fact is that 97% of adults have never made a list of goals in their entire lives. Once you have your list of 10 goals, go over the list and ask this key question: which one goal on this list, if I were to achieve it, would have the greatest positive impact on my life? Whatever your answer to that question is, circle that goal and make that your number one most important goal for the future. Set a deadline, make a plan, take action on your plan, and do something every day that moves you toward that goal. From now on, think and talk about that goal all the time. Think and talk about how you can achieve that goal. Think and talk about all the different steps that you can take to make that goal a reality. This exercise will stimulate your creativity, increase your energy, and unlock more and more of your potential. Today's action exercise. Always think on paper. Sit down and begin writing out your goals and creating your plan to achieve them. This exercise alone can make you a self-made millionaire or deca trillionaire. You know, we don't speak millionaire, right? We speak trillionaire. All right. So go to Dominican newspapers. And again, this will be the beginning of the test for my English as a second language students or my international students that just need an additional communication or educational module or cultural module. You can use it for multiple things. Give me one quick second. Because every time I reach for my coffee, I'm draining it. All right. So go to Dominican newspapers, go to El Nacional, go to Economía, and we got a good one. Innovación y sostenibilidad en sector hotelero. Reconocimientos claves por clave en el encuentro anual de CEPM por el Nacional, noviembre 26, 2025, 10:14 en la mañana. Actualizado en noviembre 26, 2025 a las 10:16. La Altagracia. El Consorcio Energético Punta Cana Macao, CEPM, reunió a líderes del sector hotelero en su tradicional encuentro anual para celebrar la confianza y colaboración que durante más de 3 décadas han impulsado el desarrollo de la principal demarcación turística de la República Dominicana. Durante la actividad, la empresa reconoció a distintas cadenas hoteleras nacionales e internacionales por su compromiso con la sostenibilidad y la modernización de la zona este, a través de la integración de parques solares, estaciones de carga para movilidad eléctrica en sus operaciones, en alianza con CEPM. Roberto Herrera, director ejecutivo de la empresa, manifiesta que estas colaboraciones fortalecen una operación turística más eficiente, innovadora y alineada con los estándares globales de sostenibilidad, reafirmando el liderazgo de la región en la transición hacia un futuro energético más limpio y en la construcción de un destino verdaderamente verde. Este encuentro nos recuerda el poder de una visión compartida y de una alianza que ha impulsado por más de 3 décadas el desarrollo de esta región. Agradecemos profundamente la confianza del sector hotelero, cuyo compromiso con la sostenibilidad, la innovación y la excelencia ha sido esencial para construir un destino vibrante, competitivo y admirado, preciso. Indicó que CEPM es en gran medida el resultado de esa relación estratégica y de largo plazo y que juntos siguen avanzando para consolidar un modelo energético moderno, resiliente y alineado con los desafíos globales de la transición energética. Reveló que en esta edición las empresas reconocidas fueron Hotel Sunscape Coco Punta Cana, Hotel Eden Rock at Cap Cana, Hotel Breathless Punta Cana, Hotel Dreams Annex Resort, Hotel Hyatt Ziva Cap Cana, The Westin Punta Cana Resort and Club, Hotel Iberostar Hacienda Dominicus, Hotel Dreams Flora, Hotel Dreams Cap Cana Resort and Spa. Shout out to them. I got a concert over there. Hotel Secrets Royal Beach Punta Cana y Tortuga Bay. This is basically all the concerts we have lined up for. That's just the Punta Cana region. So it's not a small tour, but it's a lot of venues in the same area. Very beautiful construction, excellent food, culture, the people, customer service. It's amazing. Bring your family. También Punta Cana, and we're available for all your events. 504-202-5915, cyrexpex@gmail.com. I specialize in weddings, sweet 16s, quinceañeras, my greatest hits, 25 of my greatest hits, 2 hours on stage, and I'll even DJ. And if you want me to bring out one of my exotics, I'll bring out one of my exotics. También Punta Cana Resort and Club, you know, our family is there. Cadero Beach Club and Holidays Rental, Hotel Viva Dominicus Palace by Wyndham, Hotel Viva Resorts by Wyndham, Michescana Bay Raquet Club, Hotel Ocean El Faro, Hotel Secret Sides, that's the second property, Hotel Royalton Ship, Hotel Royalton Punta Cana y Splash, Central Romana Corporation. Sostuvo que en conjunto estos hoteles, a través de la instalación de parques solares y estaciones de carga para vehículos eléctricos, podrán evitar la emisión de casi 80,000 toneladas de C02 en los próximos 15 años. La energía que mantenemos con nuestros clientes hoteleros es el alma de la transformación que vive esta zona, gracias a su compromiso con la energía limpia. Estamos demostrando que es posible un modelo turístico más competitivo y responsable, señaló Robert Herrera. Asimismo, el gerente general Oscar San Martín dijo que en CEPM están realizando importes, inversiones para seguir acompañando el crecimiento del turismo con innovación, tecnología y una infraestructura que garantice la confiabilidad del servicio. El encuentro celebró en Herbego Connect, la primera electroliniera con energía 100% renovable de América Latina y el Caribe. Ubicado en Bávaro, reunió a líderes del sector turístico y energético en un ambiente de celebración y compromiso compartido. Con la mirada puesta en 2025, CEPM reafirmó su papel como aliado estratégico del turismo en la zona este, promoviendo la sostenibilidad y construyendo activamente a la transición hacia un modelo energético libre de carbono. Very good article, very well put together. Shout out to them. Let's go back to El Listín Diario. So once again, open up your Dominican newspapers and let's go Listín Diario. Later we'll do the Lamborghini and the Ferrari McLaren article. Let's give this a second to load. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Go to Salud, which is health, Listín Diario. Go to Tecnología, which is technology. And Spotify again in the news. Spotify permitirá la importación de listas de reproducción de otros servicios de streaming con TuneIn Music. De cara a facilitar el acceso a las listas de reproducción, Spotify ha anunciado que comenzará a permitir la importación de estas listas a su plataforma. Europa Press, Madrid, España, Listín Diario, República Dominicana. Spotify ha anunciado que comenzará a permitir la importación de listas de reproducción de otras plataformas de música en streaming a través de la integración con el servicio TuneIn Music, disponible para smartphones en los próximos días. Los servicios de música en streaming habitualmente disponen de una función con la que permiten que los usuarios generen sus propias listas de reproducción que acaban convirtiéndose en una parte personal muy relevante de la experiencia de escucha. Esto se debe a que son conjuntos de canciones generados de forma personalizada para acompañar momentos íntimos concretos, desde viajes hasta situaciones en las que se necesita tranquilidad o celebraciones importantes. Además de ser un método para organizar las canciones favoritas, descubrir nueva música y colaborar entre otros usuarios con las listas de reproducción conjuntas. En este sentido, para aquellos usuarios que cambian de una plataforma de música en streaming a otra o que utilizan varios de estos servicios al mismo tiempo, es importante poder acceder a sus listas de reproducción independientemente de la plataforma en la que estén, de cara a facilitar el acceso a las listas de reproducción. Spotify ha anunciado que comenzará a permitir la importación de estas listas a su plataforma desde otros servicios de música en streaming, gracias a la integración de TuneIn Music. Como ha explicado en un comunicado en su blog, esta opción está disponible para su plataforma en el smartphone y se lanzará de forma global en los próximos días, facilitando la transferencia de las listas de reproducción directamente a la biblioteca del usuario en Spotify para no tener que empezar de cero. Concretamente, TuneIn Music es una opción integrada directamente en la plataforma que permite transferir listas de reproducción entre servicios de música como Tidal, Apple Music, YouTube, Apple, Amazon Music y Deezer, entre otros. Así, para transferir una lista de reproducción a la cuenta de Spotify, los usuarios deberían de utilizar la opción Importar tu música, situada en la parte inferior de la pestaña de tu biblioteca, y tras ello seguir las instrucciones para conectarse con tu Music, eligiendo la plataforma desde la que sea y se desea transferir. Con este proceso, la compañía ha asegurado que las listas de reproducción que los usuarios dispongan en cualquier otra plataforma también aparecerán en su biblioteca de Spotify, sumándose al resto de servicios de música en streaming como Apple Music. Personalizar las listas de reproducción. Con todo ello, una vez se dispone de la lista de reproducción importada, los usuarios pueden personalizarla con el conjunto de herramientas creativas que integra Spotify, diseñando una portada personalizada, mezclando las transiciones de las listas para que una canción y la siguiente se entrelacen utilizando filtros inteligentes. Además, Spotify también utilizará la música incluida en las listas importadas para mejorar el motor de personalización y reconocer mejor los gustos de los usuarios. Finalmente, los usuarios podrán seguir colaborando en las listas de reproducción con sus amigos y familiares, compartiendo sus listas importadas favoritas y charlando directamente desde la app. Europa Press, Madrid, España, Listín Diario, República Dominicana, Santo Domingo. All right, let me see what else. Eh, learn business management. Yeah. Okay, we'll pick up. We'll go linear algebra when we come back. So for all of you, have an amazing day today. May you conquer everything in your path. May everything you touch turn into solid gold. Always remember to dream big because dreams come true. It happened to me. I know for a fact it's going to happen to you. Tune right back in. We'll be back faster than you can do this. And happy holidays to everyone, right? We love you guys. See you in a little bit. Dreams come true. You guys have the best teacher in the world. There's not a better teacher than me. I'm sorry. I'm number one all over the world. All right. Shout out to all my business partners, VaynerMedia, Valuetainment, BlackRock, Blackstone, NVIDIA, Sony, Huawei, Xiaomi, Nokia, Samsung, Motorola, to name a few. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you in a little bit, all right? Dreams come true.